Yo, man, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Villy. We're back at it again with another video. I've been sick these last couple days, this last week for real. So that's why I upload, but we're back at it again with the weekly uploads. Alright, so I know we all heard Drake's and PARTYNEXTDOOR new album. Some sexy songs for you. Want to do a take on it, how I make a beat for that album. The sound is a little unique for this album. It's not like a traditional R&B. It's not like a traditional Drake P&D album. I think they cross in between like R&B and hip hop elements. But for the most part, I think this kind of encapsulates the vibe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of synths, a lot of leads, heavy basses in it, and then like some kicking drums in there. Really bring everything together. So let's go ahead and get into this tutorial, man. Okay, bet. So let's get into these chords. Start off with a C sharp 13 into a C diminished 7th. And then I ended on a D sharp minor 9th. So if you heard the album, you know, you really feel this vibe going on for a lot of the songs. Like a lot of the chord structures weren't going too crazy. It was just like maybe like a 4 chord pattern, 3 chord pattern. But for the most part, I think these chords encapsulate the vibe pretty well. Start off with this synth from Analog Lab. And then just kind of wanted to compound and get a good sound profile. So I added in these keys. Had like a nice weird effect to it on top. Into this other pad, I think. So, you know, all within the same kind of like sound range, sound profile. And they really kind of come together pretty well, and I'll show y'all in a little bit. And this last one from Sky Keys. Pretty much wanted to give it some backbone. This one's gonna be like your bass layer, and then all the higher sounds on top of it. They all kind of mesh really well together, and not play it in context. I think it gives it a pretty good bed for artists to go on top of it and lay some vocals down. It's not too busy. And then finally, we gonna this last part, like the chord structure, these pads. Just for some movement, you know, it's like a little delay effect going on, and when you hear it with the rest of the sounds, I try to kind of tuck it in the back, make it a little subtle, but it's something for your ear to kind of grab onto and want to listen to throughout the beat. All right, so that's pretty much the chorus. Some of the other sounds, I just got this texture, this bar crowd noise. And in the beginning of the beat, I had it a little bit louder, and then kind of when it drops a little bit, I just reduced the sound by 10. This Vox sound. Again, really just want to get some movement in there. And for a lot of songs that I heard, they have some like vocal effects or vocal samples in the background. And together that kind of sounds like this. See, I dropped it down, the bar noise, just so it's not too much going on in your ear, and the artist can kind of go ahead and do what they gotta do on top of it. And the last section for the actual instrumentation is just lead sound. A lot of Drake Party Next Door styles being really kind of like synth heavy, lead heavy, and I just want to add this in as this for like the chorus part to go in, and you really kind of get that vibe. You play it all together. All right, so before I get into the bass and the drum section, I actually pitched this entire thing down by 3 semitones using sound shifter. So what it really sounds like. And I don't know, I feel like that -3 really kind of darkens it up a little bit. Really gets you that vibe, gets you that pocket I'm looking for. And then the lead section. I really like sound shifters sometimes. Put on if you're kind of looking for something to darken it up or even lighten it up a little bit. I think sound pitcher or whatever it's just called, sound shifter is a really good plugin to add on top of your beats, your samples. All right, now let's get into this bass and this drum pattern. All right, so for the bass and the drums, kept it pretty simple. I mean, this bass is really just 3 notes, the bass notes of the chord. When I was listening to some of the songs on the album, it was kind of like the synth bass was unique and it was really punchy and you could really hear it through the mix. So that's kind of the vibe I was going for with that one. And then the drums. So not a lot going on there, but it got that Party Next Door bounce to it that you hear in a lot of his music, a lot of his songs. So I think it sounded really, really well all together. All right, so now let's hear everything in context. I'm gonna export the instruments because I think sometimes sound picture will make the bass sound weird and your drums sound weird. So I'm gonna export it and let's see how it sounds all together. All right, so let's go ahead and hear everything in context. This be your boy Philly here with a Drake Party Next Door sample. Let me know what y'all trying to hear next. Back in again with the weekly uploads. See y'all next time.